and welcome to Ellen News. Tonight we'll be speaking about drug and alcohol abuse. My name is Mishuri Lavenga and this is my colleague
Alex Davies. The increasing issue around crime, which includes death and injury, in our country breaks around the fact that there's a high percentage of drugs and alcohol abuse.
There's an increasing amount of children who are involved in heroin abuse due to feeling empty.
We are going to be going over to Sheldon Hamilton, who is getting in touch with an actual heroin addict. Okay, over to you.
Thank you so much, Alex. Today we have Marco here in the Alone News studio. Thank you so much for agreeing to do this interview. Marco here has an addiction himself, and we spoke a bit before the interview, and one thing that really caught my attention is he said the only way he could overcome this addiction is actually by taking his own life. Can you elaborate on that?
I guess, I mean, it's either death or jail. I wouldn't, there's nobody at home, there's nobody supporting me. If I went to jail, who's going to bail me out? Who's going to help me in court? Who's going to, I don't know, there's no support. I mean, even in jail you need support from family, and I know as a fact I wouldn't have that. It's just, I'd rather die. I mean, I want to leave high school and make something of my life. I don't want to be known as the guy who spent 10 years in jail for being addicted to heroin.
So you spoke about no support. Are you an only child? Where are your parents in this whole situation?
My mom is never there. She's a nurse. She works all the time. She's never at home. My dad's drunk. He's always in the bars getting drunk, doing whatever. So he's never there. And I don't have any siblings, so obviously, I can get home after school. I can smoke weed. I can do whatever. I can get as high as I want. There's not going to be any siblings, brothers or sisters, mom or dad telling me not to do it. And I mean, definitely one of the biggest reasons that children in SA now are taking drugs are because, you know, their families are broken. There's nothing at home supporting them. There's nobody telling them how bad it is, and they need to stop.
And in your opinion, being an only child and having your parents not there, did this definitely affect your addiction?
It did. I can't blame it on the fact that I didn't have siblings. I can't say I'm addicted because, you know, my family wasn't ever there, but it definitely led to it. I mean, when I was 13, I was really going home and smoking dope, and by the time I was in grade 11, I was going home every day after school and taking heroin. I mean, the thing is, if my parents were there, if somebody was there, they could have caught me. I wish they would have caught me and told me to stop, but the fact that nobody's at home, I mean, why would I have to stop? It makes it harder.
And speaking about stopping actually taking it, does your body crave heroin, or how does this addiction work? It can't be very similar to like smoking a cigarette. How did it capture you? The truth is that when I wake up, I'm craving heroin. Throughout the day, I'm craving heroin. When I try to go to sleep, I'm craving heroin. Right now, in this interview, I'm craving heroin. My body needs it. If I don't take it, I withdraw. I don't know. I think the biggest problem with this is that once you take it, it doesn't matter if you took a little bit, if you took a lot, you're going to want it for the rest of your life. You're stuck with it. It's like a disease that never leaves you. And even not having your parents at home and not having siblings, has this affected anybody else in your life? Do your parents even care? Has this affected them at all?
My mom, when she found out that that when she found out that I started taking heroin and that I was addicted to it, she fell into depression. She thought it was her fault. The truth is, partly it is, because she was never there. My dad doesn't care, he's a drunk. I don't care about him, he doesn't care about me. I mean, I probably fell into drugs probably because I was looking for a father figure. I was looking for something to make me happy. I don't know.
You did speak a little bit about, we spoke before about how you actually moved out of your house. So whereabouts have you been living?
I've been living with this guy. Obviously, I trust that you guys will be discreet with it. His name's also, and to be honest with you, I shouldn't be saying this, but I mean, I'm really trying to get out of the place that I'm in. He's probably the first guy that ever gave me drugs, and still, he's the one who supplies me. I mean, it's not great living with him, it's not great living conditions. I can never work, never study, but I mean, it's the only place I got to turn.
And you said that you've actually... Are you alright to continue?
Sorry, I don't...
You spoke a little bit before about trying to get help, and this didn't work.
I went to various courses. I can't do that. I can't do this anymore.
Okay. Back to you, Alex. Good evening, this is LA News.
Every day, every hour,
And every minute. Today we are going to be speaking about the educational problems in South Africa. I'm Sheldon Hamilton and this is Michael Seath. We're going to be speaking more about how the younger generation is affected by the educational systems in Southern Africa and what we can do to actually help them in their situation. Over to you, Michael Seath.
Yes. I believe that if we put the children in the right schools with the right teachers and we teach them the right things, we will have a very intelligent generation. We're going to be speaking to Alex Davies, who's right now with an IEB official, who will give us more advice and insights into the educational issues in Southern Africa.
Over to you.
Thank you, Michael Seath. We are here today with the IEB representative, Tembu Kumalo, who will be telling us about the state of our South African education system. What is the situation with regards to the South African education?
The literacy rate is quite low. There's about 13.6% of South Africans, adults and teenagers, that they can't read or write. So which results in no one being able to help the child in terms of schoolwork, and the parents not being able to read or understand what has been written because they can't read or write.
What is the result of this?
It excludes a lot of teenagers from a lot of opportunities, like getting a job, going further in life and everything else. Yeah.
But surely there are laws regards to education.
Yes, we do. Like, you know, the Bill of Rights says that every child has the right to basic education, and we as a government are trying to make it accessible and provide that right for that child.
And how much does SA government invest into education?
We spend about, of the total state expenditures, is about, 20% of that goes towards the educational sector, which shows you how we as a government are investing so much into our young people and how we want them to go further and to grow, and that we're that serious and that committed about their education.
Does this have any effects from the Bantu Education Act?
Yeah, it does, especially now after 20 years of democracy. It does make it a lot harder because a lot of the teachers, some of the teachers and some of the parents do not understand like how many of the schools teach in English. So when the child has to go back home and ask the parents what has been asked, it's difficult for the parents to say what is going on, especially because they were taught in Afrikaans. So the Bantu education does have a little bit of an effect on the teaching system.
What about the teachers themselves?
We have a lot of teachers, especially in the rural areas and in the townships, that are not qualified. They're not, and also the other thing is that the qualified teachers, they themselves don't want to be taught in the public schools because of the payments and everything else. But that's another thing we'll talk about another day. So we have a lot of teachers that are unqualified, and there's not enough workshops in the rural areas and in the townships that are open for them. The other thing is that across the schools, a majority of the time, the basic language to be taught in is English, and a lot of the teachers can't teach in English, so therefore they can only teach in either like one of the South African official languages. So it becomes a lot harder for them when they have to now start teaching in English.
Thank you so much for coming today.
Thank you for having me.
Back to you guys in the studio. This is a wrap of the education and what's happening today. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Alex, for that interview with the IEB official. I found that very informative.
Very informative.
Very about the educational issues in Southern Africa.
For more information, we will actually put the link to our website at the bottom of the screen.
Bottom of the screen.
You can read it right now, it is right there. And visit there for more information on the educational problems in South Africa, and also about the previous interview we had about the drug.
With that drug addict, poor boy,
Poor boy, my boy.
poor child,
Poor child.
poor child. Anyway, over to sports now, and let's see what Kenneth has to say.